like it. Like, you know, I would never like waitressing. Like, I would fall apart.
I don't know if you would necessarily not like it. I would think you would just suck at it. Kill me, man.
Yeah,
It's an ambush.
Okay, but move over from here a little bit because you're too close to that.
Oh my God.
Alright. I'm gonna make a video on
This is ambush.
a quick video on we talked about before, waitressing. How we can help INFJs. Alright. Johnny Fontana, Real World INFJ, back with another video. Today we're going to be discussing with my wife, who's an ESTP, on the advantages, right, of INFJs or intuitive types, so those who identify with the NIFESETI stack, how they can sort of benefit from, you know, a job such as waitressing. Not so much bartending, but I think waitressing. From your point of view, obviously you've dealt in different settings, right? Whether it be just regular bars, restaurants, to high-end, you know, Hilton, Marriott, Ritz-Carlton, dealing with planning and observing all of these things, from the big picture to the more detailed, you know, function of actually serving. How, based on the way that I think, right? How do you think the job of waitressing could actually help an intuitive or like an INFJ? Like, what did it do for you that you think would actually be able to also benefit? Like, in terms of, like, let's say, I'll give you an example, let's say, anticipating, right? I think we were discussing earlier, anticipating different types of personality. So if you walk up to a particular table, you sort of get a feel for how to address them.
So basically, this conversation started when we were actually at the restaurant grabbing brunch, and we had interaction with the waitress, and we were like, both of us a little like,
well, talk to me.
Like we didn't connect, right? Mm-hmm. So we were like, and I said right away, our daughter's gonna have to do her first job waitressing. So that's how it pretty much started, because being waitress, my first job, taught me a lot in the sense of like, I can read your body language once you come through the door. I right away can tell, should I have a soft approach to this? Should I have like, you barely notice me approach? Should I have an approach of like, I'm gonna make your day happier, like, or something like that? So let's say somebody comes in, you can right away from the demeanor tell, I'm just gonna come here, eat, just feed me and I'm out. To give him that, to satisfy him in that. So sometimes there's a couple group of people come in and they're just laughing when they come in, and they have this body language. We have a great day. This freaking show is awesome. We're gonna finish our great on a high note. So I'm like, okay, this could be where they already having a great day on high. They need to end on a high note. I need to make sure it ends on a high note. You see what I'm saying? Reading that type of things. So I think it's very, very intuitive. It's something you just develop, because you can, let's say, for example, our waitress, you know, we wanted to order an apple.
No, but you can develop it though, right?
I think this is all just practice.
Yeah.
And it's, especially when it's high intensity practice, you just pick it up from there and just figure it out. And, you know, you just don't, at the end of the day, just don't impose yourself beyond what's necessary. You learn how to be out there for you, or you learn how to be like, just here enough. So waitressing, you work for the tip, so you want to satisfy, right? So you need to learn, you know, when to say. You can even feel out from energies, what kind of joke will go well and will not go well with this crowd. You can even figure that out. You know what I mean?
I think also on a level of social intelligence, right, in terms of low context, high context, like we had an incident where she was going to put, I think, the appetizer first, but the way it came across, she was like, yo, well, I'm going to go ahead and put the appetizer now. But the thing is, I don't know how far that is. I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know what the deal is.
But in reality, what she was trying to say is that I need to put it separately. But thing is that she has to identify, or someone in that situation needs to identify that these people are not familiar with the way she's working. So in her mind, she's in her mind thinking, I need to do this. I need to do that.
To satisfy that.
Yeah. But, and then it's not coming, and sometimes I'll do it to you too, where I'm in my mind and I'm thinking so high context because I'm assuming that you understand.
Already can pick it up.
And then you tell me, no, like I can't read your mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
what are you talking about? Yeah.
So, but when it's one-on-one between me and you, it's okay.
But in professional environment, social environment, so technically, basically what we wanted appetizer, and then whatever is that we're ordering, she says, well, I'm going to go put the appetizer now, but we are ordering everything at the same time. So we are ordering everything at the same time, so we have no problem you taking our appetizer and our main course. We don't have to just order just an appetizer and order the course later. So miscommunication happens when she says, well, I'm going to go put in that, and we thought she's ditching us because she took already half of our orders.
That's right.
So it wasn't like she took the appetizer and then said, okay, I'm going to go put that in and come back and then I will take your main course.
That's what threw me off, yeah.
That's what threw you, because you feel like you're being ditched now.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? Like, you forgot.
I thought she was.
No, but like something's burning on the stove.
No, I thought she was being slow.
No, or being slug or whatever.
No, I thought she was being slow, like, because I was trying to figure out. I was like,
yeah, it's like, you don't know.
Where are you going? Like, why are you going?
What's the logic?
Yeah, because
no, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, well, what? See, I, from waitressing experience, come from the sense of like, well, you can take all of our orders, dandy. Just go put freaking appetizer in, and if you have to put them separately, come back 2 minutes later and just put in the main course.
Yeah.
I'm just like, why this have to be done this way? Because it's just stupid to me.
Yeah.
But I don't know if she's new or whatever. The problem is, I think with all those things, when you're waitressing, you learn to communicate. You learn to communicate or learn to become flexible. And when I say become flexible, she could have taken an approach of flexibility or the communication, right? Communication would be, listen guys, our system, I have to put these things separate for them to come out separate. So if you just give me 1 second, I'm going to punch in the appetizer real quick, come back and finish taking your full second course. If she would said that, done.
All right.
No weird feelings. You know what I mean?
Now let's take it back now. Let's say for someone who's not very extroverted, right? And they're just looking for an opportunity to actually get involved, because they say, okay, I don't have an opportunity to do this right now. I'm in college, so I want to take up a job, but I really want to know from an INFJ's perspective, not from an INFJ who's just going to, and I'm not trying to insult anyone, but who's just going to say, yeah, drained me, whatever, but to really give like some in-depth insight as to the different dynamics that you will encounter. Because I think, as for me, it happens to me, like I freeze a lot. Like, obviously I don't tell people that, but when I'm encountered with a lot of new stuff, like I have something that I need to do tomorrow, that's why I have to leave, early. But it's been on my mind, so I've been running it through my head to make sure that it doesn't fall through, because it's something that's important, and because I'm not too familiar with it, I'm freezing up in my mind. So it's always on my mind, so I'm getting anxious. So, but if I do that, if I work it, and then I have all the tools, then I can really, what do you call it again, prosper and succeed in whatever it is that I'm doing. So I think also INFJs, if they have the understanding, like if they can really work it through every little detail, have the bigger picture, what it's all about, it's easier for them because they've already walked it through their minds to go through the system. So for someone now who's like, okay, I'm not a people person, right? I know that I'm gonna get drained. Like by the end of the day, like I asked you, you said it doesn't drain you to be around a whole lot of people. Mm-mm. For me, if I have to deal, like I can be like, yeah, let's go get waitressing, but then it's gonna settle like, oh man, I have to deal with all these people all day long. How do you approach it? You know what I'm saying? And approach it from a big picture point of view and say, okay, I need to get this job for whatever reason, to, you know, temporarily to pay bills or whatever. But because of my personality, how do I, you know, so I'm saying to you, like, use my skills to, or use my potential abilities to offer the job while also honing the other skills that I may lack, you know, like the intuition, to be able to see certain things, to be able to feel certain things, to be able to anticipate. Like, how do I come from that point of view of like, hey, this is not really my thing because, you know I'm going to be, you know, in a situation where I'm not going to like it. Like, you know, I would never like waitressing. Like, I would fall apart.
I don't know if you would necessarily not like it. I would think you would just suck at it.
Okay, well, why would I suck at it? And then from there, convert that to what would I need to do in order to...
I think, knowing you, I don't necessarily know if that's an INFJ thing. But knowing you, it's like, once something caught your attention over here, you need to figure out what's going on in here. You will forget that those people's ice cream dessert has already melted. Because there was a more interesting subject line with somebody else over here. And you will not be able to be like, oh shoot, there's something over here. You would just show up as like, oh shit, can you redo that? And then the people like hate your guts. Like, you have to have your multitasking on point. You can't indulge yourself in other people's conversation until the level you feeling to want to reach it. You have to be able to exit.
Not in and out.
In and out on order. You have to be like, you know, because sometimes people like you for some reason, they start talking to you and asking you questions. They become like INFJs interviewing me at the table. It's not like me in control with them. They kind of controlling now me, but I have all these other people. So I have this and this. And in my mind, I have things in order how I'm going to do. Because with time, when you practice, you don't need a notepad. I was able to take freaking appetizer, second course, dessert, coffee, the drink, special this in or not this in it for like 10, 15 people without writing it down. At one point you reach that level, the writing down is wasting time.
So you think I'd be the type of person that
you would be like, you would come here and you're like, shit, shouldn't have written that down. You would be like, was it with the sour cream? No sour cream or no cheese? I was like, what was the... Okay. Oh shit, I could have asked her. Oh shit. Like, I should have written that. Like,
yeah, because I won't remember.
Yeah, so
okay, but do you think that...
But that's all, I think that's all skill perspective.
But do you think it would happen often that, like, I get other people who are more like pushing me like, hey, stop talking to them, or stop trying to like figure and analyzing them or figuring out.
No, I think you might be thrown off by, you know what? Sometimes you just have a feeling just customer doesn't like your ass. And it's not necessarily the case. It's just they, like I learned before, to exit myself out of their picture. Just be that shadow that is here just to receive what they need and leave. And I will tell you, I at one point had good amount of customers that showed up there. They were like one of those on clock people. They have everything on clock. They put freaking a thing on the table in the same place. They want the same food. They want their square. You can't enter the square, but you can leave whatever I need next to the square and I will come get it.
But
Like,
how do you think it would affect me, though?
I think it would affect you in a sense of like, those people, why he doesn't like me? Why he's being a dick for? Me to bleed. Why he's being this for? You know, what did I do to him? Without just realizing it's nothing to do with you. You are not there inside their life at that point. You have to learn how to be neutral and how not to care. Don't care. He's not your family. Don't care.
Yeah.
And those people have left me a lot of times the best tips ever.
Do you think that, like, if I came to you, I probably, like, would come to you and be like, hey, babe, like, I had this guy and he really didn't care about me. Like, he didn't really say anything.
I was trying to offer him this special this, you know. I wanted to make his day better, and he would just got more annoyed, and I don't know what did I do to him.
And then you tell me.
And I would tell you the fact that you were trying to do more than he wants you to do was annoying him.
Which is something that they can learn too, the INFJ can
Yeah.
learn too, yeah. So basically, you have to be able. So, but we were talking about before, like, but. So you may have someone like that at that table. You may have someone who's very happy at that table, who's very lukewarm at this table. So you need to be able to.
I have to be able to.
In that one.
I will tell you, I had. Like, you get instincts for things. Like, I had one table, I remember a group of youngsters that would drink just beer. I would stop by time after time, give them space, because I had a feeling like they probably don't want nothing more than the beer, right? So I already had that feeling. I came, I offered them, I said, oh, did you guys want any snacks with the beer or anything like that? Are you gonna, want something to eat? And they went, no. So at that point, okay, I feel already they're just gonna be drinking beers. It's noon, but that's what they're gonna do. I gave them space to drink the beers. When the beers came down, I take the empty glasses, right? And I was like, does anyone want any other round or anything? They were like, no. But then they sit there. And I know something's going on. I can just feel it from the body, something's going on. I left the whatever and they came back. And then I see the table is gone. I said, well, they couldn't be far because I just literally So they literally watch me go in to be able to bounce, and they bounce fast. So we talk some seconds in between. I ran outside behind them. I said, aren't you guys going to pay for that? So they were like, well, you were not coming to our table. You were not helping us out and everything. And at that point, I wouldn't even defend that because I knew I did everything right. I knew something is going to come because of the weird thing in the air. You cannot even explain it. Like, they already calculated they're going to bounce without paying, right? Mm-hmm. So I ran outside and I said, oh, you were not even helping us out. You didn't come to our table. I knew that that's just blankly untrue. I actually was giving them a little more space so I'm not too pushy, making them feel like they have to leave. So I was there at least 3 more times after they didn't order nothing else. So I think that's plenty, right? Mm-hmm. So I was like, I was that nice person over here. Then I was that person trying to figure out what's going on because of getting some things, right? Because in the beginning, I was very nice to them. They were nice to me. So it can throw you off, right? Mm-hmm. When they're not nice to you suddenly anymore. Mm-hmm. And outside, my instincts to that point were so good that I was not even going to engage in that. I said, your asses are on camera, you're going to pay or what? They were trying to engage me in a conversation of like, you didn't do this, you didn't do that, why would we have to pay for bad service? I said, I have your receipt, your faces are on camera, are you going to pay or what? And I pulled my cell phone out. So, see how you go from nice, from airy, to like, I'm a freaking your biggest nightmare right now because I will call the cops. Watch me. I will do that. And I'm in Europe and you can go to jail for that. It's not like America, you have to have a minimum to screw somebody over. Mm-hmm. So it's like, you have to learn all these weird like energies, Like...
But as an INFJ, you think that would definitely help.
But
help someone.
It's help for you to learn how to control because imagine you as INFJ have to be happy, then wonder why am I having a weird feeling, to being a total dick ready to punch somebody in the face like pay up sucker, to the point you have to be like confrontational like that. So see how different of a emotional high with the same people happens within a half an hour or an hour. So you have to be in and out with that. So I could see how INFJs can be drained by that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Me?
And I think having that conversation, depending on what if it's not a touch and go place, if it's more whatever, I think I would have a lot of problems because I would feel too many energies and I would take a lot of that stuff.
And you would internalize it too much.
Yeah.
See, when I taught myself not to internalize it.
And I would be like
face value.
Like I would be hanging out or serving this group of people, thinking
about that group of people.
Yeah, and then I would be like doing stuff, but then I wouldn't be paying attention
to what you're doing.
Yeah, and then I'd be
giving wrong food to wrong people or something because this person over there threw me off so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, that maybe not a fast paced would be better, just to kind of.
So like a Starbucks then.
Maybe a Starbucks where mistakes are not so much at stake as well. In type of environment you don't make mistakes, you're gonna get screwed if you make mistakes. Mm-hmm. Like imagine having like 10 tables at one time. Mm. Yeah.
I wouldn't even be able to remember anything. I'd be like.
Remember, we didn't have busboys too. We were busting our own dishes. Yeah, we were the ones bringing food out and bringing food back in, taking drink orders. Yeah.
So all right. So just to cap it off, what are just some tips you feel that an INFJ or someone who's someone like me, who can take home from this?
I think the best thing is just to get that, like we were talking about, the interactive emotional intelligence. That's a school nobody will ever, any seminar you will watch, you will never learn. You can learn how you are in certain environments only by being in that environment. Mm-hmm. So if you are in the environment of a restaurant, the best place to learn, because you meet interesting people that you don't have to take home. They're not your family. You can leave them where they are, which is, okay, look at it as a benefit. I got some nice information from you from talking to you, and we don't have to be awkward about not talking to each other next time or calling each other or, the social aspects, it's just, and you figure out how you are. Because I think that kind of environment can make some of your personality traits shine, actually. You see? Like you said, right? Some of the things, like some INFJs that, academic types were telling you, oh, you like studying and whatever. Whoa. I hate studying. It's the nightmare of my life. But because I'm INFJ, I'm structuring this way in order to come out on the other side successful. Not failure, a success. So that means doing certain things you don't like to do, but learn how to control my personality for the sake of a progress or for success, just because I have figured out. You just basically make your personality be a plus than a minus.
But let me ask you this now. Do you think, because we're big picture, I'm very big picture, so I like to, like if I'm going to work at a restaurant, I need to know how everything works from the bigger point of view. I can't just start working.
So,
hold on.
Yeah.
So maybe as a hostess, where you're not so involved so quickly.
Yeah, warm-up place. That's a nice warm-up place.
Your hostess where you can actually have the opportunity to see what's going on, see how people move, see their interactions without now having to get involved. But you see, oh man, he's really having it with that person. Or that, I can tell this person. And then you start to see the different types of people. And then you internalize it, and subconsciously you already know, okay, this person is going to...
that's a good place where to start to warm up. And plus, you will still get the energy because they come through the door. You will feel it, and you will, maybe something will happen in the dining room, and you will be like, it just explains his behavior at the table because I received this behavior over here. This just makes so much sense, you know? I just didn't have to deal with it, but I saw it coming.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
But you also have to deal with waitresses and waiters, though.
Yeah, but
Because in
they
terms
are...
of calling them and say, hey, this is your table, and then some people may say, hey.
but that's... You're not going to be thrown off with that by too much.
Okay.
There's not too much involved. And waiters and other bartenders and everything, they are good people to interview about any questions you might come up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you have some questions about this or that or something was weird, they are the nice people to interview to find out the answers.
Because that's one of my
social
things. Like I'll sit there, like for example, like after I DJ, because I think that DJing also helps me. It doesn't help me with understanding because I'm so focused on my thing. But when I'm done, like the people who wash dishes, they come and they ask me, hey, what was that song you played? What was this? What was that? So then now when I play, I think about them.
Yeah.
And I play for them now. You know, because I know they appreciate it.
Exactly. I did something, somebody appreciated enough to come. Now I have to return a favor. It's give and take world.
No, but that's the thing, because of my subconscious lens.
Exactly.
I'm always thinking
now
about...
you're like, oh my God, they are there. They hear me doing my thing too. And funniest thing, they are the ones that are appreciated. Even funnier, you know? Even funnier that not the ones that pay, but the ones that freaking get it for free appreciate it more.
I know, right? That's funny.
It's funny.
Anyway, Johnny Fontana, Real World INFJ, thank you. Appreciate it.
You shake my hand? Screw that. See you in bedroom.